Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the best times to buy and sell your teams. We're going to go over currently with Road to the Final and then, kind of do an outlook of what's to come with Black Friday on the way and all that good stuff. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, and if you are new, make sure you guys subscribe. So we're going to be talking about everything, all these big players. As you guys can see, I actually took out my Neymar for the team, just because with the current market, I just feel like we're starting to see some trends that are kind of reoccurring fairly often. And I just feel like there's a really easy way to kind of spot what's going to happen with these trends. So, we'll just get right into it. What we started to see actually is the market has started to drop a lot during rewards. We saw it today, yesterday. Fodder took a hit. We saw it, we're going to see it today. This video is probably going to be uploaded after Road to the Final Team 2 comes out. But what we saw last week is we actually saw Road to the Final take down the market quite a bit with a lot of supply. I'm sure the same thing is going to happen today. And what is going to kind of make it happen is the amount of supply we get in the store. EA are really keen on selling these big packs, these 50Ks, 35Ks, 55Ks, whatever it may be, for these Road to the Final cards. And what is going to happen is we're actually going to see the market dip down, a lot of players go down, and this happens into, Friday into Saturday. Now, this is why I kind of recommend, buying your teams on Saturday or Sunday. Now, I know it's hard to... it's hard to play Weekend League in a day or two, especially for people who work and have all this stuff. It's really hard to, but the sad thing about Weekend League is it punishes you for playing. Not only do you usually get crappy rewards, but you also lose coins on your team. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best way to go about this during this Black Friday panic time. And so far, I guess throughout the entirety of FIFA so far, we started to see that Weekend League sell-off happen Saturday into Sunday. So your best time to buy a team is going to be Saturday-ish into Sunday. It just makes sense to when the market goes down. And the best time to probably sell your players is the Thursday into Promo Fridays. And the reason is Promo Fridays, as of last week and probably today, we've seen the market get taken down quite a bit from this supply. All year we've seen supply kill this market. Usually what happens is after supply we get a little bit of a rebound, which is why I say always look to buy your teams on Saturday, because what happens at Saturday after content time is there's just no demand in the market at all. So it's why I will be starting my Weekend League on a Saturday afternoon here in US time, which would be like Saturday night in the UK. And that's just due to the fact that, after that Saturday content time, we start to see Weekend League sell-off. We get another bit of supply coming in, and the buy demand is just cut off. And then, like I said, Monday, Tuesday, we usually see investors start buying in. We've seen it the last 2 weeks. And then what happens when investors buy in, they pump the market up, and then, the same cycle happens. And this is what I'm going to do, at least for this week and next week, depending on the market. Now, with Black Friday coming, and this is why I want to say the best time to buy and sell your teams for Black Friday. With Black Friday coming, we're not sure the market will go up. Now, based off last year's, I guess you could say trends, usually rewards day, we kind of see a little bit of a hype up, and before, I guess Weekend League, realistically, these hype days aren't going to be crazy. Always sell before Weekend League starts, I think, is the big thing to go off of, I guess. Sell at rewards right before rewards. It's just that the market can't handle supply this year. And we saw with, even on Wednesday, we saw a Team of the Week supply like crazy. And these cards got killed today at rewards. I know many people invested in Inform Konate. Based off Upamecano, who is a crazy card. Konate is very, very similar in just the rating, the skill, and all that. However, Konate, he took a giant hit, and a lot of people are asking me, should I sell, take my losses? I mean, what happened to the card? what happened to the card was he just got supplied so heavily. I mean, take a look here. We have pages upon pages upon pages, and it is a Thursday night on Xbox. Like, it's very late. It's close to midnight here, meaning it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the UK of me recording this video. And it's just, we have 14 pages of this card. During prime time, we'll probably have double that. On PS4 and, PS5 now, we have literally, like, you guys probably have the most insane amount of pages. So, there's just a lot of supply on these cards. Even with Road to the Final, we saw a ton of these cards come in. And when you have these new cards come in with a lot of supply, when their prices go down, it takes their alternatives down with them. That's why with Road to the Final, we saw such a huge, drop in a lot of prices. We saw, Road to the Final cards get a crap ton of supply, and then we saw all those cards come down with it because we also got a ton of other pack supply with it. So, with all the supply we've been getting, just don't be surprised if you see the market dip at all these promo times. And this is something to keep aware of for Black Friday. Not only do you have these crazy supplies coming in, but now you have this Black Friday panic that's incoming. With the Black Friday panic incoming, what you're going to see as the weeks go on is you're likely going to see these cards continue to dip down, which is why I can't stress enough, if you want to play Weekend League, my best advice to you is to always buy on that Saturday after content time and just sell on Monday or Tuesday whenever you see the market go back up a little bit. Because what's going to happen is every time we get some major supply, the market gets killed. And it's going to keep happening with all the panic that's incoming. Now, and we just get a black screen here for some reason. But with all the, with all the pack supply that's incoming, we're just going to see the market dip down so much, and I'm going to quickly fix the screen. I'll be back in a sec. So we'll continue on from Futbin here, I guess, just because my screen is not coming back on for some reason. But as an example, I guess we can use Konate, for example. Again, we'll take a look at his price graphs. With the supply that's come in and killed his card, we saw, just look at this card. I mean, 75k, 80k, 90k, whatever it was 2 days ago, just gets killed by supply. And this is going to happen a ton, I think. I just think a lot of cards are going to get killed. Now, here's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk a little bit about the gold cards. So we'll go to Cristiano Ronaldo. I know we talked about him in yesterday's Black Friday video, but I wanted to show you guys here about what's going to happen to these meta cards, as all of them followed a similar trend. So if we switch this graph over to the 1 month, and Black Friday, I believe, was on the 29th. So just be aware of that. So we take this 1 month and we pull it into right about here, should be good. Yeah, so right here. So as you can see, we're at about this stage of the Black Friday panic, I guess. Ronaldo really started to dip when people started talking about it, which is right about now. He dropped around, 100, 200k, 150k. And what happened is every time we would go up until Friday, but you have to keep in mind, last year, we did not get killed by supply as much as we did this year. So what I like to see is you start to see, Weekend League sell-off has started on a Saturday. And what we see is the market go up on Monday and Tuesday, and then we see that dip come in afterwards and kind of flatline out a bit. Yeah, sure, some cards go up and down depending on it, but overall the general market is fairly similar. Now what happens is after every Weekend League, Ronaldo's price kept going lower and lower until we got to about the week before. Now the week before, we saw a giant dip in his price, a good 100k down again, and then we hit Black Friday, and his price really didn't move too much. Now, if I'm not wrong, I'm not sure if he did get a Best of Team of the Week card last year, but with Ronaldo's price, you see a big drop. From the beginning of the month, he was 1.4 mil, and at the end, he actually got as low as 1.18. Now, that's a huge dip. He actually did end up going up again after Black Friday. But the two main things to take away are, during the week, we saw two big high rises at one point, in between, and we actually saw a low, his card slowly downtrend, heading into the week. So you just have to find those high points, like I said, the market's different this year. We get killed on supply all the time. I mean, the market couldn't even handle marquee matchups half the time. So you guys have to keep in mind, look at similar trends of what those high points are. One more card from Foot 20, I want to look at KDB. Again, we looked at him in yesterday's video, but I just want to stress the point of what happened to some of these cards, because I know KDB got a best of team of the week card last year. So what happens with the best of team of the week cards, and we're going to do another whole video just focused on that. But what happened with these cards is they took a big hit. Now, I'm not sure if Ronaldo got in. There's a good chance he didn't, and I can't click the players for some reason. And then I don't know. But what happened with KDB is KDB took a huge hit on his card. Now, his gold card obviously is not like Ronaldo's, of course. But still, a big hit on a card like this, is significant. And this is what's going to happen to a lot of these best of team of the week cards. They're going to take some huge hits. Now, look at KDB, for example. He started at 300k at the start of the month. We see the first big wave of Black Friday panic, which we are just probably starting now. So what you're going to see over the weekend is you're going to see these cards start to decrease a lot. Now, KDB from 290 to 240, that's a big drop in price. Now, like I said, usually, again, we don't know what the market is going to do this year as far as midweek goes, but we did see him kind of downtrend towards midweek, and then we saw an uptrend back through sometime in the midweek. And then we saw another bigger dip. And then about a week before the next weekend league starts, we see him go back up a little bit. Again, we just have to find those trends this week. And I'm going to show you guys a graph of FIFA 21 in the last 2 weeks, so you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about how these days have kind of switched. But then we saw his price kind of decrease and flatten out as we hit the, that big period of time. And then obviously his best of team of the week came out and his price kind of dropped down. Now, the thing you have to notice about all this is actually after Black Friday, we actually saw these cards uptrend after. So I think a lot of the Black Friday, initiative and talk, and I probably should show you guys the PS graphs. They're probably a little bit better to show. As you guys can see, there's just a little bit more fluctuation on these cards. But as you guys can see, afterwards, these cards do rebound, and I think it's more of a psychological thing in the market. I think people are just scared of a crash happening. And one thing that we've seen a lot of is these crashes or whatever. These cards are, what am I trying to say? These cards are just very different. The way that this market is run this year, it's just based off of the emotions, I guess. People trade off of emotions here. So we'll take a look at Neymar here in the last few weeks. So as you guys can see, what we saw is we saw on Weekend League he go. So this is what I'm talking about in the last 2 weeks we've seen. So this is Neymar's graph. Neymar's a player I love to use. He's insane this game. He hits about 975k. And what we saw is on the weekend, Friday hit, we get a promo. I think it was Team 2 of Rule Breakers. What we see is he actually starts dropping on Saturday and Sunday, and on Monday and Tuesday, we actually see an uptrend in this card. And I just find this so fascinating. And then Thursday and Friday hit, and he downtrends again to 930k on Xbox, and then he goes back up on Monday and Tuesday. So these trends are kind of flip-flopped, that Monday and Tuesday are our best days in the market, and these Friday, Saturdays periods are our worst days, which last year was the opposite. So again, you just have to be careful when, kind of looking at these graphs. As I said, buying and selling your teams, I'm just going to trust the trends on this. And we've kind of seen something, it's kind of weird to say, but the market, it started off like, normal, stuff going down and up. But even in October, before Rule Breakers came out, we actually saw Neymar drop on a Friday. And then he started to kind of pick up midweek. So it's kind of a weird concept this year, and it's a little confusing, and you do have to be careful. But I'm just saying the best bet if you want to play Weekend League is buy on Saturday and Sunday, sell on a Monday and Tuesday. If not, wait for rewards. But I just feel like these Saturdays and Sundays are the lowest points in the market because there's so many investors this year. that it's just causing a, kind of a big thing. Now, if you want to be completely safe, and I probably should have said this at the beginning, just don't play Weekend League at all, or just use an untradeable team for the next few weeks. That's probably the safest way to keep all your coins. But it's obviously that's not a reality for some people. Like myself, my cards suck. I have gotten 0 untradables this year, so just watch out for that. Before we wrap up the video, I just want to show that this trend happens on more than just a card like Neymar. So as you guys can see, the Friday hits for the promo card here, and we see a downtrend on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we see a bit of an uptrend on a Monday and Tuesday on Van Dijk. Now his was not as significant as Neymar's, obviously, but that happens. Even on PlayStation, it was more significant. As you could see, Monday, Tuesday, a big rise on PlayStation. He went up about 20k. And then, Weekend League hits and we see the downtrend, and then we start to see the card kind of rise up a little, flatten out on a Monday, Tuesday. It's just some weird stuff this year. So just be careful. Again, study these graphs. Make sure you guys see what's going to happen. We'll switch over back to the face cam with still the black screen, but just be aware of what's going to happen. That'll wrap up the video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. Make sure you guys study the graphs, but take into account that this market is different this year. So just be aware of that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. And until next time, guys, peace.